And welcome to Underground Horror Radio Halloween edition. I know it's kind of dark, you can't see much, which is kind of the point because it is Halloween and it's my favorite holiday. And I wanted to do kind of this dark and spooky thing, so that's kind of what I'm going for. But anyway, we got a big treat today. We're actually going to open quite a few things. So last time it was Friday the 13th, which is up there, the Jason. So, in fact, I could give a better light on it. Not that light. Say the red light. Ooh, spooky. Including the Freddy glove. Ah. The fingers don't fit all the way though, but that's not the glove's fault. That's literally my fault for having small hands. Small-ish hands. Not actually small hands. But this is not the Nika. This is the actual Trick or Treat Studios, who makes a ton of figures now, masks, and other Halloween things have these gloves. They also did some Evil Dead stuff as well. So this is the box. Comes in. Pretty cool. And on the back, it's actually got a picture. So they have, like, I think part 1, 2, 3, and 4. See, you can vaguely see it, but it's the Dream Warriors poster. But lately, I've seen a lot of the NECAs, FYE, the comic stores, all over Spooky, and Target. So they're cool, but this is like a $200 thing. No, it's not signed either. I did see. I was at Spooky over the weekend, which is a big. I can get my Halloween shirt on. Big horror convention, but I'm not waiting in the Robert England line. I met him like a decade ago, and he's cool. So, but I don't want to wait in line for that. So, but I didn't bring these either because they're actual metal, like prop, but they're not sharp. Like they come with these things on top of them that are pretty safe, but they're not actually sharp. So, cool though. But it looks cool, especially when you can actually move all the fingers. So I kind of like that. So and it makes noisy. And if I had something metal, I'd be like, So it's cool to have, just to have. But this is the part 3 glove from Dream Warriors. So I really like it. I had it out before, but I wanted to do it for this unboxing to actually show you, because it's Halloween. I'm a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan, huge. So hard to get out. There you go. So I'm gonna find a place to hang these up somewhere, kind of like or find one of those glove hand holder things. It's like a display thing, kind of like what you do with heads for those foam heads for wigs or whatever. I want to do it for the gloves. So, but that's not all. So, first things first is, ooh, the Nightmare on Elm Street. This is based on Dream Warriors as well, part 3. Freddy 1/6 scale, much like the Jason. So we will get into that. So I'll show the video of it, and then we'll come back to it. So here we are. Look at that. So he's pretty cool. He looks great. He's 12, about 12 inches. He's a 6 scale figure from Sideshow. His hat doesn't come off, but that's okay. But he is definitely Robert Englund from part 3. And there's his glove. He comes with 2 gloves and like 3 hands. Like one's closed, one's open like that. And then there's a pointing one. So, and everything's cloth on him except for the hat. But his clothes, the ripped sweater, he looks cool. He really does. I like him. I like him a whole lot, actually. So yeah, he's cool. And he feels good. Like when you move him around, it's definitely easy to replace the hands and stuff when I changed out the glove later on. So it definitely has quality. And again, this is like a $220 figure from Sideshow. But it's worth it. I mean, if you're a big collector like me, some people leave them in a box, but these are the type of ones you don't want to leave in a box. You know, you spent that much money, you want to display them. And they're cool because they're not statues, they're figures. So you can kind of basically pose them how you want, much like the Jason. So I really like him. So he's a cool figure. In fact, let me turn on the red light here. We got black light and blue light. Ooh, spooky. So I'm gonna grab him here. This is him. And I figured Freddy always looks good under a bright red light. It's Halloween, so it kind of gives him this mysterious look. But I mean, he looks really cool. And this is the open glove, which looks cool on him. So I dig him a lot, along with my Jason. So yeah, he's very posable. He stands up. He comes with a cool base that has the Nightmare on Elm Street logo on it. And yeah, it comes with the cool brown pants and the striped sweater. So yeah, he's a very cool figure. I like him a lot. I like to pose him like a Nightmare one, which Robert Englund said the glove is heavy, or the original glove was kind of heavy. So when he put it at his side, it was kind of like holding a gun, like a cowboy. So it's kind of cool to have him gesture out and then have the glove ready at the side. So that's one of the cool things. And the glove does have weight. Even the one I was holding has a little bit of weight to it. That's kind of what makes it cool. So definitely worth getting. I would definitely, if it's available. But they come and go quick. So that's a problem. I didn't see any of these at Spooky that I can remember off the top of my head. But I'm sure there was one there. I just didn't see one. I was kind of busy. But this is really cool. And I really, really enjoy it. So you can go back to his stand. So he's got a cool stand. You can go right next to Jason later. All right. And so the second one I got. Oh yeah, this is a really cool back of the box of Freddy. That just looks cool. Is from Trick or Treat Studios. So the same people who made the glove, but this time it's not the glove. It's an actual spooky again. It's actually the Trick or Treat Studios 1/6 scale Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween. The first one. So a lot of licenses only have like the second movie or beyond. And it's hard to get the first for whatever reason. Like NECA doesn't have the first. Everything's been Halloween 2 or the new Universal trilogy. But these guys and Sideshow have got the license to do this one. So let's take a look at Mikey now, shall we? So there he is. Mask. He's got a knife. He stands pretty well too. So this is the Trick or Treat Studios 1/6 scale Michael. He was, I think, about 120. He's a little bit cheaper than the Sideshow ones, but he's pretty cool. And once again, it's cool to have in your collection because, like I said, the Sideshow ones sell out pretty quick. So this is a nice other company to make these 1/6 scale figures. And Trick or Treat Studios has made a bunch now. They got Halloween 2, the new Halloween movies. They got Pumpkinhead. Well, that's not a 6 scale, but they got, I think, a 6 scale Tarman. They did Art the Clown from Terrifier. So they're making some good figures too, so which is nice to have all this out, options. And they're at Spooky too. And so the two ones they had that I saw they had for sale, at least when I was there, was Art the Clown, which I have, and this one, which I have. So I didn't need them, but it's awesome that they were available. So that's always fun. And it's cool that they get the license for that kind of thing. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool thing they got going. But here we go. Here's Mikey. So I actually think Michael looks cool in the dark. Just to kind of give it that nuance from the original movie, He's always in the shadows. He's always kind of peeking up at you. But I mean, the mask looks like the first mask. It looks cool. It comes with his coveralls. It comes with another hand. It comes with the knife. So it's not, you don't, it's not a deluxe figure, so you don't need everything. But it comes with the basics, which is all you need. It doesn't come with a stand though. I think now you can order a stand with it, but I bought a couple different stands just because I know what happens. Like I have a couple of these figures that aren't sideshows, or or and it was the other company. No, it's Sideshow. I don't have any. There's some that aren't Sideshow that they don't have stands. So this, I don't think the 3 zeros come with stands. And I have like a Power Ranger and a Leatherface, one of his. So pretty cool though. I have to say. I mean, it looks menacing. Do 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 do. So yeah, and now that it's gotten darker. So when I started this, it was a little bit lighter out. So this is kind of cool now because it looks like I have my sunglasses on. Even well, they are sunglasses, so they change when the sun's out. But it looks kind of cool in the dark, and I think they're dark instead of clear right now because I got the black light on it, which is like a UV light. So it's kind of like it turns dark in the light and the UV light. So it doesn't look any darker in here than it does anyway. It's kind of neat about these kind of transition glasses. But yeah, so very cool. I got the cool glove and the cool figures. So, and like I said, I got a stand for him, so he stands up just fine. And even though these do stand up really well on their own, I've had the NECAs that are really nice too, that they've fallen from the fan or who knows, Ghost maybe, who knows, but they've fallen, and luckily that's kind of, I haven't broke anything from that really. These I don't really want to risk because they cost so much. And so the stands are actually a good idea. And it's kind of cool because they don't have the bottom of the foot ones. The way these stands work, if anybody doesn't know, is, so let me turn on okay, so there we go. I don't want to do like a regular light because it kind of ruins it. But so it comes like this, and this thing kind of spreads apart, okay? But what you do is you rest them, and it goes up and down. And what you do is you rest them like that, kind of like around the crotch. And it holds them in place. You don't have to worry about any kind of like weird foot thing trying to get the right hole. I do have a Leatherface statue that is magnetic base, which is pretty cool too. So the whole thing is metal, the bottom, and then it just, the shoes stick right to it, whatever way you want to put it. So that's another cool one. But because these are a little more posable than the statue, you want to make it where you can just move it around and stuff like that. So just if anybody out there is a collector, like I said, a lot of the deluxe Marvel Legend, oh, not Marvel Legends, the Marvel sideshows, or what do they call them, Hot Toys. They come with some stuff like that too. You know what? And I figure, why I got the black light on, I'm not gonna open them. I think I'm gonna keep them in the box for now. But I'll show you some other stuff I got real quick that is black light reflective. So back there, it turns out the pumpkin that was there for the Friday the 13th episode, that is actually glows in the dark. So if I were to place the light over it for it to really catch the glow and turn it off, it'll be green. So that's really neat. And that's kind of the difference between like glow in the dark. Like Toxie up there, that's the Super 7 Toxic Crusader Toxie from the cartoon from the 90s. And it glows in the dark, and it has this reactive thing when it's out in the sun or any kind of like UV light. It starts turning red, like it's getting burned. So that's kind of nice. I like that too. I can't reach it. Okay. So this is what we got. So we have this Chucky. Look at him glow, man. Whew, I like it. So I like these neon ones because it's not glows in the dark, but it reflects really well with the black lights on. So, and I love black lights. So this is really cool. So that's Chucky. He looks awesome. And then the other one is actually Michael. But let's see if I can get him to glow a little bit better. Turn out the red light, because this is a cool lamp. It also has a black light. So there we go. Look at him. He's really glowing. So this is what he looks like. And then there's like I said, the pumpkin and stuff. But yeah, he looks cool in the black light. So him and Chucky look sweet. And there were a couple other ones. It'd be cool to have a Freddy like this or a Jason. But anyway, I think that's going to do it. So, but hey, listen, I appreciate everybody watching, listening to the podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Underground Horror Radio. And it's also, you're going to find this on YouTube, of course. I'm going to put this out. And this is our Halloween episode. You know, I got to say, I kind of like the blacklight thing going. I think I might, I don't know. I'm looking at the camera and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in an 80s music video, you know, with the sunglasses. And I'm just like, yeah. I don't know. I'm weird. Anywho, that's enough. So thank you, everybody, and have a great, great Halloween.